Do your own research and due diligence before investing in any company. The information I provide is in no way or manner a professional suggestion to purchase shares in any publicly traded company. I am not licensed to provide financial advice, and this should be considered entertainment. These stock profiles are intended to be trading ideas, a starting point for research. Any individual who chooses to invest in any securities should do so with caution. Investing in securities is speculative and carries a high degree of risk. You may lose some or all the money that is invested. Always research your own investments and consider consulting with a registered investment advisor or a licensed stockbroker before investing. All right, is that better? Is that better? My bad, everybody. Damn. I'm gonna have to find a way to edit that shit out. Yeah, that's why you always do a little bit of a mic check before the show. Yes, indeed, man. Shout out to all the people who are in the chat room. Got a little bit distracted by the NFL draft. We got some people being made multi-millionaires. Multi-millionaires, literally, within minutes of each other. So I had to see what was going on. Let me get rid of these lines here. All right. So we can clear out and get the show started. Shout out to all the people already in the chat room. Shout out to all the people in the chat room. Okay. You said my volume is bad? Mic sounds better. Good. Yeah, I know I didn't sound right for a while. So, again, sorry for the late start, guys. Got a little bit distracted, but I can watch the replay later. Right now, I need some stock picks for tomorrow. I need some stocks that I can jump on and make some profit tomorrow. Today, oil stocks just crashed due to supply concerns. You had Libya going back online today. Or they, going back at what they think is going to be full capacity. And if you guys don't know, Libya, from what's been going on in that country, that country's been to shit for the last couple of years now. So for Libya to announce that they're going back online, then you had some supply concerns today come out. Where's that article I read here that came out today? Seeking Alpha. All right, that came out at 8:43 today. Oil prices drop as market getting more bearish for the short term. All right, but we are going into the busiest driving season of the year, so hopefully that turns around and picks up. All right, here's the article if you guys want to take a look at it. Seeking Alpha. All right, I like to read little articles like that just to kind of stay abreast of what's going on the overall marketplace. So you can know the why when you see prices drop like they have been during these last couple of days in these resource and commodity stocks. All right. So you can know the why. Let me fix that chat room a little bit. There it goes. Okay. Where's my thing for? I know I got my logo in here somewhere. There you go, for equity feed. All right. So as you know, the lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. 305-600-2896. Love to know what you traded today or what you're looking at to trade today. As I mentioned to start off the show, oil practically collapsed today. A stock that was a big winner a couple of days ago, practically shits on itself now. All of a sudden, OPTT, again, this was a stock that was so hot just a couple of days ago. I remember going into the Discord room and OPTT was the one everybody wanted to start their morning off. Obviously, it disappointed a lot of people, and now you see a stock that loses over 230% of its value in the last last 3 days. Excuse me. The stock touched 360. We're now at 143. So I think I'm off there, 200 and something percent. Absolutely insane. On actually no, I'm way off. That's like 70 something. I'm thinking penny stocks here. 918. You're on the air. Oh, 1 second. 918. All right, there you are. 918. You there?
Yeah, man. This is Reese the Fourth, a.k.a. Dex Cannon, a.k.a. the Supernovas. How you doing?
Doing good. What you got for us today, man?
Oh, man. If you don't mind, you mind if I started off with a joke?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, let me ask you, Sal. What do you call a dog with no legs?
I don't know. What do you call it?
It don't matter what you call him. He ain't coming.
Okay. That's a good one, man. That's a good one.
All right, man. Well, anyway, man, I tried my best. So I'm checking out my scanners this morning, and I'm looking at MTBC.
Okay, MTBC. Yeah, so a lot of people excited about that on the Twitter stream. That one had a lot of people excited on Twitter. What do you think the future holds for that, man?
Let me see. With MTBC, I would be looking at it tomorrow, but, depending on what it did tomorrow, it fell off just a little bit, but for the most part, you know what I'm saying, it kept its gains, so I'll definitely be looking at it in the morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have to give a shout out to SG, the stock guide, simply because I was looking at this stock this morning, and I got in at 947 because I had the RSI up. And it just looked like the perfect time to buy, and so I got in at 1,500 shares at 95 cents.
Okay.
And so, I didn't want to reenact what I did the day before on Cat B, and then the day before that on OPTT.
Okay.
So I took my gains I took 1,200 out at 110, and then I'm like, oh, I see my account still going up. I'm like, oh, crap, I still got 300 shares in. And so then I exited at 128. It was halted at 129. 5 minutes later, came back in, and, the sucker shot up to $2.11, or I think 2.18 was the high.
Yeah, this was an insane. I don't even know what the float is on this one, but it was acting like a very, very low float stock. It probably is, but I see it was up on signing 2 key healthcare groups. All right, and this is a stock that had done nothing. I mean, no volume practically in this at all.
But
27 million today. Yeah, go ahead. What's the float?
4.9.
4.9? Wow.
Yeah.
So, 27 million shares traded today. So you're almost, wow. So this float turned over almost 8 times in one day today. That's insane. Absolutely.
Ridiculous.
Wow.
Yeah. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to see if I can, drop some tickers for tomorrow.
Okay, go ahead.
I would take a look at IFON.
Okay, IFON. Infosonics. Described as handheld devices technology play. What do you like about this one?
Well, the thing I like about it is, first off, it popped up on the same scanners as MTBC, and it looks very similar to MTBC.
Yeah.
It's tomorrow. It'll be a previous day spiker, and I would definitely keep my eye on it. VNCE.
Okay.
it's not really doing too much right now, but 8:30 in the morning tomorrow, they're going to be releasing, I believe, an earnings report.
Okay. VNCE, all right, million shares traded today, so somebody's getting excited, above average for the stock. So still relatively low, under 50 on the PE. So some good news there. We could really send that one in a different direction. So you see, you probably got some people in here who would love to sell on that good news. So it's something definitely to be aware of as well.
Right. And I'll drop one more on you, and then I'll take your comments off the air. CCCR, that China Commercial Credit.
Yeah, now this is one I was paper trading today because I was thinking about getting in. Eventually, end up only to find out that my broker didn't have any shares on this. But this is, man, you want to talk about volatile. I mean, this is one that if you're not, careful, you can either lose, the bag here, or make a killing on this. Where do you think this is going? You think you can go long here?
I think it's a possibility. I would be paying attention to maybe the first hour and a half. Well, actually, probably the first 30 minutes to an hour. I would have that RSI up, looking for a good entry point, and pay attention to that volume. And then, after that, don't force any trades, and and just let the market dictate what you should do.
Okay, we'll definitely take a look at that. And what was the one that we just did before this? Can I get that ticker one more time?
Vince, VNCE.
Right, okay. All right. All right, man. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much for the tickers. Call back anytime, bro.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sal.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate your contribution. And I look, out of all his stocks, I like iPhone the most. It's got the one where, you don't have too many back holders, within the month or two before this huge run here. And I saw somebody in the chat room post that it has about a 10 million share float. So that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. He brought up NVNCE. This is kind of a little bit dangerous. I feel like any spike here would send this soaring right back down. This reminds me kind of OPTT, IDXG, kind of one of those stocks where the primary trend is incredibly bullish, and a run would only cause individuals who've been back holding to go ahead and dump all their shares at that opportune time to recover what little gain or slightly less loss than they have been experiencing. Okay, 704. You're on the air. What's up?
Hey, Sal.
Alex, what's on, man?
Not much, man. Hey, I got a question for you. Why do stocks go on sale, basically, when earnings come out?
Why do they go on sale? Meaning if they go...
They fucking drop to the ground.
Well, I mean, if they don't meet...
Favorite stock,
go
my
ahead.
favorite stock, Sirius XM. The earnings came out great.
Okay.
Beat expectations, subscribers like crazy, but then the stock just collapsed. I mean, I snatched a couple of shares. So, I mean, they pretty much went on sale, and I grabbed a few, and I'm making money. But why does that happen? If earnings are like off the chart, why the stock collapses?
Man, that's man. You look, that's $1 million question, man. I mean, at the end of the day, we're dealing with the market, and with people who either want it or don't want it, and unfortunately, you had more people who didn't want it than wanted it today. So,
well, that's the thing that I've noticed on every single stock on Netflix. Netflix was another one.
Well, Netflix
subscribers.
Subscribers were a little bit lower than usual, but Netflix still ran. Even on that news, because they are making more money.
No, it dropped. It dropped to a couple of dollars. I don't remember how much, but it dropped, and I was able to get a few shares, cheap shares. But that's the thing that I've noticed, and I'm kind of getting the hang of this. That every time earnings come out, shares drop, and that's why I call it they go on sale, because that's kind of like an opportunity for you to get some shares at a discount.
Sure, especially if it's a good company overall. I mean, a lot of people can overreact to short-term sentiments, and that's kind of what happened to Netflix when I pulled up the chart here. I see it did sell off on that earnings for 2 days, but look at that bottom fishing that came in. You're up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what? Damn, $13. Is that $13?
Yeah, I know. I made a
Yeah.
shitload of money this week. As a matter of fact, this week I lost my shirt on PIP, which that's another one. And I made my money back with Netflix.
Okay.
I put $1,000 on Netflix, and I made it back the same day.
Yeah.
So that
I mean,
was, yeah.
that's beautiful. I mean, they're number one in streaming. No one's even close to Netflix. So that
Mhm.
1 or 2 day sell off. I mean, they came in and just, they love
Mhm.
that. The deep value investors came in and snatched those cheap shares, and the stock has just
Yeah.
been tearing it up, man.
Yeah, I got it on the bottom, man.
Yeah.
I made some good money on that. Hey, and PIP, um, for whatever reason, their news releases, they come out after market,
Mm-hmm.
and same thing. And then thing goes up after market, and then when it opens, it just collapsed. Something came out yesterday about the merger. Can't remember what it was. These people are merging, man. Keep an eye on PIP because they're merging. I'll tell some things. I
Mm-hmm.
can Google it. Google it. But these people are merging with a big company.
Yeah, I see that news that came out here. You were right on it, man. It came out. I see here Pharma Athene and Alta Immune
Yeah, them.
announced that they're going to be combining. Let me see. It has been approved as well for trading on Nasdaq.
Mhm.
Let me see here. Are they going to keep the same ticker or what? So,
No, they're changing the ticker.
okay.
And look at the previous. These people, Alta, Medium, whatever the heck the name is,
Hmm.
they just won a huge contract. If you look 29 days ago, they made an announcement of that. They obtained a huge contract.
Mm.
So that's why I think PIP's got future because their earnings, they've got a lot of equity. They're sitting on a lot of equity. They pay down debt. What else? I mean, just look at their numbers, and it's off the chart. They're great numbers. Damn, man. But it just won't move. Damn, the stupid stock won't move.
Mm.
Seriously, this thing. I think this company has future. Once the merger happens, this is a more than a $3 stock. I mean, how do you feel about the stock? I mean, what do you think? Based on what you've seen, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of people, you got a lot of support here. I mean, if it moves, this is the time to get in, but again, we've got to, let's see what happens. I mean, we can have all kind of ideas of what we expect the stock to do and all that, but we've got to have other people who agree with it and see the value as well. So that's, that is the only way it can, translate into some real profit for us. So let's see if it happens, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if everybody we can get, a couple million people to agree
No,
with that kind of sentiment.
I sold my. I had like $300 worth of shares of PIP on my Robinhood account, and then I got about $700 on my E-Trade account. So I sold my Robinhood shares, and I still have my E-Trade. I just don't want to take the loss. So yeah, I'm a bag holder, like you called me. That's fine. I'm a bag holder, but I just see a future, man, and that's why I'm holding on for the future.
All right, man. We'll definitely be watching, bro. We'll be watching.
Yeah, all right, man.
Appreciate
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, these stocks are too expensive to be hoping and praying. That's why, when it comes to the penny plays, I don't mind hoping and praying for penny plays because they're fucking cheap. They're dirt cheap. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this might do this might do that. I'm more than happy to hope and pray for those. But when you're talking about NASDAQ and these NYSE stocks, they either doing it or I'm moving on. You know what I'm saying? Because they're too expensive to be holding and hoping. You know what I mean? I'll play it when it pops. That's my sentiment when it comes to these more expensive stocks. 614, you're in the air. What's up?
Hey, Sal. Okay, Harvey, bro. How you
Doing
doing?
good. What's up with you, man?
All right. I wanted you to check out a ticker for me. Just tell me what you thought. I was able to rebound on the BMXC, as you see. It came back up,
Mm-hmm.
and I was able to get up out of there. I told you once it dipped from 1.4. I bought in at 7.9. Then I bought in again at 0.9, and then rode that thing to a penny and sold out.
Yeah, I see here it had a 21% day. Actually got as high
It's
as
33.
33%
Yeah.
before cooling off. Nice day for that.
Yeah, so the profits I made off of that, I put into this stock, ELTZ.
Okay.
And I think, actually, I got this from you on one of your over the weekends. You put out a whole bunch of, I think this is one of your picks. And, I just, I do the sub pennies and just pennies. And I was looking at it and following it. It ran from, it looks like beginning of this month, from 0.5 up to 2 cents. And what was intriguing to me was the fact that it hit 2 cents and then it dipped back down. And then I was able to take a position today right at 0.015, and it looks like it's going to hold and retest, going back up to 2 cents. I'll get out about 1.819 before it hits 2 cents, and then move on to the next. So.
Yeah, this was a stock that I've been watching for a long time because it kept retesting that .0098 support, or excuse me, resistance level, and I knew that a breakout could be imminent. And sure enough, I mean, it happened back late March, but then we started running into a lot of much of a wall in the pennies. So it's good to see that one still running. A decent day for that 1% gain. So it's something we'll definitely be watching. I hope it can stick up there.
Yeah, real quick. So I want to just tell on myself a little bit, and maybe it can help someone. I kind of left money on the table. Actually, I just started back trading again the last 6 weeks, and I just want to tell my story and maybe to help someone out there. Real quick, shout out to Astrid and Stock God. I was able to follow her on Twitter, and Stock God did a thing on Twitter today about how one of his sessions went off. I forget which stock he did. He made a little money off his wife's account, so shout out to them. But what I did, Sal, is I made a mistake. I actually, with the PDT rule, what have you, I thought that, and like I said, I'm hoping this helps somebody. This was my fault. I left about $1,500 on the table these last 4 weeks, and the reason why that is what I was doing is when I was buying these plays, I was actually holding the trades for 4 days, thinking, not knowing that the PDT rule didn't exist once you held the stock overnight. So I guess what I'm saying is I was holding until the settlement date, all this time until last week, and instead of selling the next day like I could have. So, I mean, even when we all was in that USRM or whatever, when it ran all the way up to 17 cents about a few weeks ago, I was up $479, and I thought that I couldn't actually touch that money until the fourth settlement date, and I was already holding on that stock for 2 days. And again, not even knowing that you can purchase, hold overnight and then sell the next day, and it has nothing to do with the settlement day. I was talking with Father TJ, Ameritrade person on the phone last week, and they explained that to me. So I was just like, I really messed up on that. But like I said, we learn from our mistakes, and like I said, and it just taught me patience, because here I was, making all this money, and I was holding for the fourth day, thinking that the PDT rule again corresponds with the settlement date, and it had nothing to do with nothing. All I had to do was just wait till the next day.
Right.
And boy, I've been pulling as soon as I seen green.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, the PDT rule, again, to individuals who don't understand, it only affects you if you go in and out the stock that same day. That you get one
Right.
round trip. So the very
Right.
next business day, it's a completely new day. So you can get in
Exactly.
today and then sell first thing in the morning if you like. So,
Right. And
absolutely.
I think what happened was I was looking at reading a margin account, and my course, how I do sell. My account is cash account. I always start with a certain amount, and the cash account is totally different from the margin account. So, again, that's a little tattletale on myself, but I'm hoping that, by me doing that, somebody, won't make that same mistake. You know what I mean? And actually, like I said, the good in that was this showed me that, I was making this money, waiting for those 4 settlement dates. You know what I mean? Which shows, when I could have been pulling the very next day. So from that aspect, I look at that as a positive because I was able to, I could, let things develop. But if knowing that, I would have took a lot more. I would have got into a lot more stocks, knowing that I could have, once I held it overnight, I would have been able to pull the next day. So there it is. That's my little tidbit right there. So hopefully, you can re-explain that again, and it helps somebody out there. But I appreciate you, bro. You're doing a great job, son.
Thank you, man. Appreciate Kate Harvey. Appreciate you, sir, coming on, expressing, a little bit of frustration that he went through, with that, but more importantly, a learning lesson. Yet, sometimes if you just ask around, he wouldn't have had to deal with that. So imagine the kind of money he probably would have had in his account, if he would have just asked earlier, But shout out to him for calling and letting us know. All right. Like I mentioned, oil stocks crumbling. It's so funny because Stock God Strategy, which I absolutely love, and you guys know we had that show. By the way, join us his YouTube. We had an amazing show almost a week ago now. His strategy works the opposite way as well. Like if you have a sector struggling, and you got massive amounts of selling going on, it actually works going to the downside. And the play I played today was PBR, one of the largest South American oil companies. In fact, I believe it's actually one of the top 5 in the world. But again, for those of you guys who don't know, oil crashed today. The stock started to sell off immediately in the morning after supply data came out. Then you had some people thinking that they could bottom feed this, and they just got killed. They absolutely got killed, and I just joined them for a ride for a couple percent. I actually got scared. I should have held a little bit longer, but that's how we always do for our gains. We always ended up sometimes selling a little bit too early. But it works going down too. Now the setup looks a lot different. All right, the setup looks a lot different, but it does work for short selling as well. PBR, man. I'm looking to get more on that tomorrow. But we saw oil kind of pull itself up a little bit today towards the close. But I like his idea and that methodology on the short side. As you guys know, stocks go down a little faster, much faster when they're down than even when they go up. Yeah, this was a sector, just, the whole sector got beat up. I mean, you can look at some of these junior sized to medium to small cap. Let me see here. What's the proper word for them? I know they're not miners, but let me go through this sector one more time. Energy. Drilling and exploration. There it is. Drilling, exploration, pipelines, refining and marketing. Because the sector is broken up into different operations. Oil and gas services, oil and gas equipment, oil and gas pipelines. And there are different companies within the business that, focus on either of those. lines of work within the industry. 760, you're on the air. What's up?
What's up, Saul? This is Grading Jedi, man.
Hey, what's going on with you, bro?
Nothing much, man. It's funny that you're talking about... Well, first off, before I throw out some technicals, I want to give Clay Vaughn in the chat room a big shout-out. He told me he had the best day trade of his life today on MTBC. So it's nice to see people getting rewarded for their patience up every day, making it happen.
Yes,
so shout out to him.
Yes,
shout out to everyone in the
man.
chat.
Yes, indeed.
Cool beans, cool beans. All right, cool. I'm glad you were talking about oil and gas as soon as you started the show, too. Because at the close of today's market, I was doing some heavy research.
Okay.
I didn't wake up in the morning, so I kind of slept in and spent the whole afternoon just, getting deep into the indices. I've been ignoring my indices and my broad market research lately, just looking for tickers. And I stumbled across something on the weekly chart for XOP, which is actually the NASDAQ index for oil and gas exploration and producers. So this ETF, kind of like SPY, leads the market and actually kind of shows, what's happening in the broader trend of things. In my weekly chart, what I'm seeing here is a big descending triangle going back from the peak of that triangle was at December 12th, and now we're at the bottom of this wedge right here. If I don't know if you have the chart up yet, XOP 30.
Yeah, let me
3450.
Okay.
The 3450 mark we're looking at has been a solid support, going back, all the way past 2 years ago. It dipped below it for a little bit, but I mean, for the most part, this 3450 mark, which we're basically almost there right now, has been a solid horizontal support with that trend line going back from December 12th, pointing all the way down. So right now we're stuck in a wedge, which means we're about to break out huge. I don't know which way, but we're about to break out huge out of this triangle. So in my opinion, if we break down, we're going to 30.50. And if we break up, we might be testing the highs at 43s. What this means to apply to your guys' average trading is just be on the lookout for these little, what you were just talking about, these junior oil and gas drillers to be making moves later, either whether short or long, because just seeing the power of this descending triangle, I've seen this pattern work out a lot of times. I'm personally inclined to think that we're going up, and the reason is because I'm using, on my weekly chart, I like to use the Ichimoku cloud, and right now we're in a green cloud. We're just dancing right above it. And when you have a green cloud that's kind of pointing up in an uptrend, that means price usually follows that cloud, especially on the weekly chart. So I'm thinking it might go higher. Another reason I'm thinking it might go higher, because I'm looking at USO, which is our American United States oil ETF, which also leads the market and shows what's happening in the broad market. If you look at where we're at, I'm on the daily chart. I'm zoomed all the way back to August. And where we're at right now, we're in a range-bound market that's just been bouncing between $10 and $12. Right now, we're at 10.24, so we're coming up on the bottom of this range.
What's the ticker that you're looking at now?
USO.
USO, okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of giving us a hint of what oil might do. It's at the bottom of this range that it's just been bouncing. Look how many times in late August, hit 12, bounce back down, and then at September to 10, then bounce back up to 12 in October, bounce back down to 10 in November, bounce back up 12, back down 10, up 12, down 10.
Yeah.
What's going to happen next? XOP is in a descending is in a setup pattern. So if we just do the same old and bounce off this 10, that could be a big sign for oil and gas producers, especially these small cap plays. But as I said, it could fail. Another reason why I think oil may be going up is because if you look at the daily chart in the past 10 days, look at how aggressive that sell-off is. But then all of a sudden, from the 25th, and since the 25th, we've been closing approximately the same price. We had a green candle on the 25th. We had a candle that tried to close, that opened red and closed higher on the 26th. today on the 27th, we hit that lower Bollinger Band trying to break down, and look how much we recovered, though. We closed at yesterday's closing price. This price has been holding for about 4 days now after this aggressive sell-off. What that tells me is we might be out of selling pressure. Today might have been, I can't say for sure, but I think it might have been a last gasp for the selling in oil. It could go down a little bit lower, test 10, but I'm, it's putting these things, like, look at different things and put them together. I'm thinking if this range-bound market in oil continues, just a little bounce will give these oversold oil and gas producers, a huge lead in the market.
So if you had, so Trading Jedi, if you had to, let's say you wanted to put an option on this, how long of a time would you give yourself to be right here? Obviously, a couple months.
Yeah, 2 months, and then you could even straddle it for 2 months. So, if you're playing options and you're looking for either way of a directional breakout, you could buy options at the top and at the bottom. As soon as you get your move, you go ahead and sell off the loser, the losing directional. But what I would honestly be looking at is getting into these small companies, because look how much they've sold off over the past. Sorry, I'm the weed man. Yeah, look how much our oil and gas producers, especially the small caps, have sold off just in the past. Since the beginning of the year, they've gotten nothing but hammered.
Yeah.
They've gotten nothing but hammered, and now with being at the bottom of the range in oil, I'm just thinking that these small cap oil and gas producers like Chesapeake Energy, which has been falling on hard times the past couple of weeks, GBR, which is my personal favorite. It's a super low float NASDAQ oil and gas independent producer, AREX, Approach Resources, all these small guys. If we go up, these low float oil and gas producers are going to be the first thing I'm all over. But as I said, just keep an eye on it. I can't tell the future, but looking at the chart, we're setting up for something big. Either way, we're setting up for something big in the next, definitely in the next 30 trading periods.
Will do. Thank you so much for the call, Trading Jedi.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for having me on. Let's all trade well and make some money, guys.
Yes, indeed, man. Thank you so much for the call. All right, Trading Jedi with a really interesting trade there. And, he's absolutely right about, a lot of these guys getting sell-off here. Let's go through some of these unfortunate losers lately in oil and gas, small caps, NBR, NYSE Play, BAS. This one used to be, if you guys remember, this used to be a 10 cent, 20 cent stock, 12 cents actually, and then they reverse split. Now at $27, but market never liked that price to begin with. It was always pretty much a loser. Let's go to some other ones here. What do I see here? ESV. ESV is another small cap oil play, been a big loser. All right, many of them, as you can see, losing APC over the course of 6 months. So he's got a really interesting proposal there. Interesting proposal. 480, you're on the air. What's up?
Sal, this Don Will, man.
Hey, Don, what's going on with you, man?
Yeah, I'm calling you from the bat phone, so I'm on the road.
All right.
yeah. So I sent you the email today and asked for the DRV. It was a DIRV.
Yeah, you know what? That was so interesting to see, man. I read a little bit about that deal today. DIRV up over 300% today. I mean, that's wow. And let me know, how much of that move did you get, man?
I got in. I forgot what mark I got in, but I made like $100-something. I got in around 1:30 in the evening.
Okay.
I said, man, it was already up like 100-something%. I said, man, well, hell, I'm gonna try to put something in it and see what happens. And I put about $200, got $100 back profit, and because it went up to 333%, and I think it closed at 333 today.
Beautiful, so, man. That's how you play penny stocks, though, man. You get in, you get out, and move it on to something else. Excellent.
And I was telling Astrid, I ain't really have a method. It's kind of like I ain't want to get graphic with it, but it was kind of like I don't have any game. It's just some bitches understand my story, But I really just looked at I got a watch list, and that came up on my watch list. I was like,
Okay.
man, this thing always hitting. It's hitting up and down.
Yeah.
Well, it hit jackpot.
Man, this
So
is beautiful. And again, this is another one of those triple zeros nobody cares about. Nobody thinks it's going to do anything. Oh, hey, the float is too huge and the blah blah blah. And and then again, it just takes sometimes just some news that a couple thousand people like and want to be a
yeah,
part of. And sure enough, it broke through
yeah,
months of resistance at
yeah.
triple
I
zero,
don't
the triple zero
now.
fours.
Now, what's going to happen the next day? Maybe some pullback. I don't know, but I don't know how much pullback. So, 'cause
Oh,
I guess
absolutely.
they have
Yeah.
some
I
new
mean,
news.
yeah, it's going to come
Yeah,
down. I mean, again, reading the acquisition, they supposedly bought two companies that have a revenue stream of about 6.5 million. They bought them for
yeah.
1.9, but inside the filing, they didn't mention that they gave away any shares. I don't believe that. I believe that this new CEO or the CEO of the companies that were bought, who is now going to be vice president of those operations, I believe he did get some shares because the company really has no cash to buy that. So I believe this was definitely a situation where they gave them shares for these companies.
Yeah, yeah. I took profit as soon as I got up there. So, thanks to people like you, man. Good looking out.
Appreciate it,
I
man.
owe you a cheeseburger, a Carolina burger or something, man.
There it is, man. Appreciate it. Thanks you, Dom.
All right, peace.
Yes, indeed, man. That's Don Willis, 408. Calling live from Charlotte, man, on the road. Get home safe. K-Mac, you said you got in on the bottom of DRRV. I saw Michael B. Michael B said that Amazon was up $44 after hours. Is that true? Someone mentioned that Amazon is up $44. I mean, Amazon's turning people. If you play options, and Amazon doesn't have the cheapest options in the world, by the way, they're very expensive. Also, Trading Jedi had mentioned straddles. So for those guys who don't know what straddles are, it's basically putting on a bet with a call and a put going in the opposite direction. So a call going up, put going down, and then whoever wins out, you sell off as soon as you can. All right. So it's a way to pretty much never lose. 905, you're on the air. What's up?
What's up, man? It's Baze. I actually just wanted to call in for a few tickers that could be potential runners for tomorrow.
All right.
I basically just threw aside the any type of shitty play, so all the fucking triple zeros and the palms, and I'm done with that. I'm done with it. No more. But yeah, anyways, so I have one BLDP. It's $3.14, and basically like over the year, the pattern has been like pretty bullish. As you can see, like if you go to the 1 year chart, it's been like growing consistently. Like it went dipped a little bit, but now it's up over the year. And I don't know, like they keep releasing good news, and there could be potential growth, like more growth in it. So I don't know.
Are you in it
I
right
don't know
now?
what you think about that. I tried to get my order in today at 285 because that's where I found support, but I didn't get it, and it went up like 30 cents. So I just like left it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna watch it for tomorrow as well.
All right.
Yeah, I have another one. I don't know if you know WPRT. It's like called Wonderport or something like that. No, WPRT.
WPRT, yeah, Wonderport. I looked at this a while ago. This was a triples not too long ago. There it is, back in
Really?
late mid June, July. This was a 000 stock. In fact, actually double zero. Excuse me, 0010, 0011. When I looked at Wonderport, but yeah, they've been doing very well since. What do you like about this one?
Basically, I was just screening some stocks, and like I just go to the technical portion, and I just put like I want like the 15 moving average crossing below the 20 exponential moving average, and the 20 EMA crossing over the thing, and it's up for the day. And I just kind of like look for like the engulfing patterns, or like the doji with like a maybe like a shooting star or something like that, like all above the 8 EMA. And like when I see that, I kind of like find it a little like I find it attractive to me. I'm like, okay. And literally, like for the past couple of days of me making my watch list and like looking for those things, they've actually been going up. So, yeah, I don't know. That's like what I like about it. I never really did too much research on that company alone, but yeah, there's another company, STV, and for 2016, the last quarter, they released news that they had $46.2 million in profits, and right now it's like tightening up. Like it hasn't had too much movement. It like had like a gap up, and it kind of like just stayed there. So I don't know like what's happening exactly, but there could be like maybe there could be a potential move like soon. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean the stock is up huge over the last couple of days on STV. So we'll see if we can. Well, I mean, I don't know. I feel like the move is priced in already, but you think it'd go higher?
Yeah, because if you go to the like financials of the company, it's like shit. It's like shit, and then it's like 46.2 million. I'm just like, where the hell did that number even come from?
Right.
You know, it's pretty random, but obviously the company, maybe they're going in the right direction, so that's probably why it gapped up. Maybe, I don't know. And I like AMLH, obviously. I don't know where that's going, to be honest. I don't like. Do you think it's going to continue to run?
Yeah, man, I honestly do. I like AMLH, and you know, I like the fact. I think did they get rid of that stop sign? Let me see here, because it's not one that I'm in. I want to see if it breaks through. I might get in if we start really getting close to the 8s. Let me see, AMLH. They still haven't got the fucking stop sign off. Okay, we'll figure out what the hell's going on with that. But yeah, I actually like the company. I like the CEO. I like what he's doing. I really do.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like I thought, obviously it pulled back to the 20 EMA, but then it shot back up. So obviously people want this. People like see the company going somewhere. So, I don't know. And it closed pretty high as well. It didn't close yeah. I don't know. I have one more ticker. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I just want to get it out there. VII.
Okay, Viking Industries. Definitely a spiker, man. Doesn't hold it, but I mean, definitely one that can launch off. You think it's getting ready to do something like that again?
Yeah, I didn't do too much research in it, but just from looking at the technicals of it, I just kind of like the setup of it. I felt like I saw like a lot of dojis, and I saw, and I think I saw like it was like a bullish engulfing signal on like a right after like a red doji. So I don't know. I think it's like on the 5-day chart or something like that.
Okay.
I don't really remember. I made this watch list earlier. Or I don't see it on your chart, but I saw it on my chart.
No problem. Yeah, I'm looking at a daily chart, so every is 1 day. So if you've got if you're looking at a 5-day, you had to probably look a little different. This is a 3-day, so I do see a couple little dojis here and there over the last course of days, but it looks like it does that often. So we'll be watching, man.
Okay, cool. All right, man. Thanks.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call. Yeah, you saw how I kind of let them get away with, calling triples and shitty companies or whatever, shitty plays or whatever. Here's the thing about, I understand that sometimes with these triples, people get frustrated and, but just say, I'm not good at that. Or just say that's not my thing. Or, I'm just not into those kind of companies, But when people say, "Oh, those are shitty plays," those are I know that you mean you lose money when you trade them. You know what I'm saying? You. I'm not saying in general. I'm talking you. You lose money when you trade them, but many people don't. There are a lot of people who know how to trade those particular stocks and do very, very well. He just got off the phone saying he liked AMLH. That he liked AMLH. AMLH was a 000 play. I was a 000 play. That was a stock that, he would have called a shitty play. You know? And look at that chart. I mean, look, nobody can predict the future, but that's why they're lotto tickets. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what they are. There are a lot of people, you know, who look at OPTT and call that, man, that's a shitty play. But somebody made a ton on that short today. There are a lot of stocks today that shitted on themselves, but other people made money. So, you know, just say, look, I don't know how to trade that shit. Just keep it 100. I don't know how to trade that shit instead of sounding like a hater. Again, no insult, you know, much respect. No insult. I'm just keeping it 100 with you. 919. You on there? What's up?
Hey, Sal, how's it going? It's Bat Scientist.
Hey, what's up, Bats?
Yeah, it's not too bad. I've got a few tickers I'm looking at here, a few OTCs that I think have potential. As you all know, I'm still long on CBIS, but the one that I see that looks like it's coming up for an early move is AMMJ.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really liking the way it looks right now. Looks like it had a nice gap up from pretty much, 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 5 or 6 days of of a downtrend, and it basically gapped up today. It's ended up, I think it closed near the 4 exponential, so I'd like to see it break that 4 exponential around 0.55. So if it can do that, I think I would love that. So that's one I'm watching. I'm also watching, let's see.
Very interesting candlestick down AMMJ, by the way.
Yeah, it is. APHD.
Okay, APHD.
Yeah, once again, I'm trying to catch these early moves. And for people who want to figure out these early moves, I've noticed if you plot the 4 exponential and 8 exponential moving averages together, you get a convergence of those 2 moving averages just before the stock breaks up or down. So that's something to look out for. When you see the 4 and 8 exponentials come together, like it did here with APHD, and then it broke out today, that's another signal to confirm that you should get into it. And then obviously as the 4 crosses above the 8, you're now committed to getting into that stock. So that's my second one. Let me see what I have. So this one looks like there might be something, I'm not sure, and it's a former runner, MYHI.
MYHI.
Correct.
Let's see here. MYHI. Mountain High Acquisitions. Yeah, I forgot about this stock. Mountain High has been selling off. You think turnaround it could be imminent here?
Yeah, we have what's looked like. It's pretty much a bullish tweezer button. You notice how the volume spiked today, to 1.7 million today. The height of that volume bar, if you notice and scrunch up the charts a little bit, you'll see that it hasn't really been up there in a while. It's been there with a lot of the red candles, but I don't know. It just looks like a nice breakout. You can see the RSI curling, curling upwards and coming out of a low RSI position from 26. It's now 34. So there's still a lot of play on this one. That ends my OTC plays. On the NASDAQs, I wasn't really inspired by the NASDAQs. Of course, there's some that look technically sound, but ones that I hate to trade. I hate to bring this up, but Mankind, Drive, they're all setting up for some kind of move, but I really, really hate trading these stocks.
Yeah, they're so dangerous, man.
Yeah. You can't ignore the technicals, though, so I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention. If I had to pick a couple NASDAQ plays, I think I'd go with something like TENX. That looks pretty good. as well as one that made a bit of a move today. I don't know if it can hold it. Is BSTG.
And say that ticker for me one more
But
time.
B as in boy, S as in Samantha, T as in Tom, G as in girl, BSTG.
Bio stage.
Yeah.
Very similar setup to your TENX that we just pulled up.
Yes, exactly. So I'm trying to play on these setups, and once again, the clue that's kind of telling me these are breaking out is when that 4 and 8 exponential come together, and that's the initiation of the 4 just crossing, initially crossing above the 8. That's for me a signal to start getting in. So yeah, that's all I have for everyone, and I'm gonna keep watching CBIS. CBIS hasn't really been, performing well. It's holding its gains, between 7 and 8 cents, but I'd really like to see a bit of a breakout. Even though today it looked like it was coming back, it just didn't put in those good gains. I mean, it made 2.39%, but like I've said before in your shows, if you go to that OTC most actively traded, you'll get all the usual suspects like AMLH is in that list. CBIS is in that and CBIS, the nice thing about CBIS, always look to play this one because it's always in the top 10 of the most actively traded stocks. You need to watch those actively traded stocks, whether they're coming up or down.
Yeah, very liquid stock. I just wish, there were more buyers and sellers on the average day.
Exactly.
Yeah, very liquid.
So it was outdone by, I would say AMMJ is my marijuana pick going into tomorrow because I just like the setup on the 3 candlestick pattern. It looks really, really impressive, at least from my perspective.
Yeah, beautiful spinning top today on AMMJ on the daily chart here. Nice long wicks. It looks like buyers rejected those lower prices. So right in the smack in the middle. We'll see if they can definitely build up on that.
Absolutely, and the way I would trade any of these stocks when you're playing continuation plays, even though we're looking at the daily chart, when you trade them tomorrow, switch back to the 5-minute chart, and that's when I would put in, my 4 and 8 VWAP, probably any of those, or even StockGuard's RSI. You could try the 1 minute. If that fails, try the 5-minute. But for continuation plays, switch from the daily, go back to the 5-minute, and try and trade on the 5-minute.
Okay. There it is.
All right. Thank you, Sal.
Thank you so much, Bats. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Bat Scientist, with some really good picks. And if you can, Bats, go ahead and put those in the chat room if you can. Go ahead and put those in the chat room if you can. AMMJ, TENX. Probably the ones that I like the most out of all his plays, but he did also mention Mankind and Dries as some long shots you also should pay attention to as well. All right, so far really good list coming out for tomorrow. Obviously, don't discount any stocks that run on any kind of aggressive news tomorrow. Always go where the volume is, but nice little setups that some people have called about today. So shout out to all the people who've called. Next week, Michael B saying next week SKLN will be on the biggest gainer list. Call up and tell me why, man. Where's the daily chart on that? SKLN, it is a previous runner. This is kind of one of those ones that gets talked a lot about in the Profitly chat rooms. And it has what that guy used to call spikeability. It has a lot of that. Yeah, Jay Bino, we mentioned DIRV tearing it up, man. We'll see if it can build up on day 2. Let's see if it can build up on day 2. We've had a decent run of OTC stocks being able to move on day 2. So we'll see if it can carry over for DIRV. All right. We'll see if it can carry over. We talked about PUPS if you guys remember, I left you guys on Tuesday with the idea that you had some individuals who will come into PUPS and try and buy the dip. And sure enough, you had some individuals today who, I don't know what they thinking, but they wanted to buy this dip in PUPS. Not a great dip buy day for the stock, but somebody bought that shit. Somebody bought that shit because that's just kind of what happens when you have, an OTC that sells off so aggressively. You've got individuals who think it's an opportunity for a possibility at a second run. So PUPS did exactly that today, running. What was that? BLTO? Bingo Nation. Bingo Nation, if you guys don't remember, Bingo Nation was, I think tomorrow. Tomorrow is the suspension gets lifted, I believe. I believe tomorrow the suspension gets lifted on BLTO. And for those of you guys who don't remember or new people in the chat room, this was suspended for 2 weeks, halted, for 2 weeks while the SEC investigates. I believe they get unhalted tomorrow, I believe. Not sure yet. But yeah, Michael B., let me know why. I mean, you said SKLN, is going to be that stock next week. Let me know why we should look into this. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is a stock that pops $1 every time it pops. Trump executive order may have effect on NADL. NADL is, man, this thing has been all over the place in the last couple of days. NADL, very dangerous on NADL. This stock has been, as you can see here, here's the daily chart for April. Look at this. I mean, this is all over the place. I don't know where this is going. Look at this daily chart, man. I don't know where this thing is going. Where the hell is that stock going right now? Did I mention I saw somebody, what was that scam, multi-level marketing scam that was exposed on CNBC today? I think it was called like Asana or something like that. What was that MLM scam? Sanasa or something like that. Damn, I forgot what that ticker was. SNA or something like that. Ah, man, it was some multi-level marketing group in China. Executives in China arrested. This could be a really, God, what was the name of that company? Oh, man, if I could just remember. It was like something, Asana or Suna, Akana, I don't know. Some multi-level marketing scam. A ticker that's really, really hot. Let me see here. Did I pull it up on Yahoo Finance? Maybe I still got. Because I really want to give you guys that ticker so at least you have it out there. But no, I did not look at it on Yahoo Finance because, Yahoo Finance keeps a list of the stocks he pulled up. Yeah, okay, yeah. Thank you, Eric Stocks. USNA, there it is. Usana. Usana is what they're calling a huge scam. They're calling this stock a huge scam. And we'll see. Time will tell if this comes falling apart. But very, very similar company to Herbalife. If you guys know, I've always believed Herbalife, in my opinion, is a big Ponzi scheme fraud. And these companies do nothing but, exploit the poor and people who, really are desperate. Very, very, very desperate. Herbalife has got good products, but they're pretty much, it's a scam company. Amazing products, though. But it's not about selling products. It's about recruiting people. AWGI, 66% today. AWGI, shout out to Ryan Gets It, man. And again, this was one of his plays, man. Triple that wasn't doing shit. He would call up, You know, we talk about it. We look at the chart, and he hadn't done anything, but he continued to talk about AWGI, AWGI, AWGI. And look, it ran from 0002 all the way to 0007. Stock went to 0005 today. So he said he was holding on, although I would have loved to see him sell it at 0007, of course. I mean, you're in triple zeros, you know, you go up 400, 500%. I mean, drop that shit. Drop that shit, you know. But we'll be watching AWGI and see if it can keep going, or it was just kind of a flash in the pan and we won't be seeing this again. Yeah, hit that like button. I got 168 people in here. Hit that like button. Hit that like button for me, please. Thank you so much, sir. Hit that like button. Yes, indeed. Hit that like button. All right. FNMA. I've never looked at FNMA. Let me see here. Which one? The OTC. I never looked, even though this is a very, very liquid stock during the day, I never have looked at Fannie Mae or you know, the Federal National Mortgage Association, if you want to be real technical with it. I never looked at them as a day trade. I've never really looked at them as a day trade unless, you know, interest rates are being increased and then, you know, this is the short you want to have. But I don't know. I've never really looked at them as a trade. I don't know why, because it's just so hard, in my opinion, to figure it out. Again, only if you know interest rates are about to be increased, because that's when it always kind of comes falling down. Cool Cat Beats, who's hitting thumbs down? Man, you always gonna have haters, man. Come on, let that ride. I'm still gonna do my show. We still gonna be out here trying to make some money. You know, what's funny is that they, you know, thumb down, but they still watching. So, you know, boy's still collecting his nickels. GBRO. Man, you know, GoPro used to be that company, man. You know, GoPro used to be one of them stocks that was just, you know, killing it for years. But, you know, the technology got out, man. And you got a lot of other competitors out here. You got some of these Chinese companies that are making not products that are equivalent, but very, very close. You know, the fact that you can get a GoPro alternative is not good for the business. You know, it may not be as good, but somebody who maybe would have thrown $350, $400 at a GoPro can now just throw $90 at some knockoff Chinese thing. You know, that still hurts the bottom line. ELED. Shit, man. Y'all tearing it up with this one, man. Y'all tearing it up with this one. Look at this one. Look at this one. Look at this one, man. ELED. And I think K. Harvey, I think you had mentioned you were making money in this one, right? And you were making money in ELED. Again, you had to pull back. Nice candlestick here too, man. Look at that. What's the name of this candlestick here? I can't remember off the top of my head. That's beautiful. Beautiful setup there. Even though you had buyers reject those higher prices, but they still, you know, they wanted the stock. They wanted the stock. You had a lot of selling pressure at those higher prices, but they wanted it. Yeah, nice play. Muddy Wolf says you have an $80 camera that closely compares to the GoPro. See, that's the problem, man. That's the problem. Shout out to you for getting a good deal. But, man, you got these ripoffs on Yahoo. And I won't say ripoffs because there's some, you know, good value in them. But that's what's hurting the company. All right, DNR. Let me look at what were some big gainers today. Let's see if they can kind of continue their rise. Husa Energy, no. No, let me see here. What was on the market that was hot today? Infosonics. I did see. Obviously, the brother called about Infosonics today. IFON. He did mention that was a stock to look at possibly tomorrow. You had huge range, man. Huge range on this stock. Pull back. So you do have some people who are stuck up there and hoping and praying that tomorrow is another great day for Infosonics. When a company puts up, what is this? Let me see here. 700%. 700% of its daily average in volume in one day. 700 times its daily average. That's a stock you need to be paying attention to the very next day. All right. Huge move on Infosonics today. Let me look at the 5-minute. All right. Here's the 5-minute. I mean, look at that. I mean, you want to talk about starting the morning. Man. I mean, look at that. Look at that. That's a beautiful way to start your day. Look at that, man. If you can get a mulligan on the day, because I'm looking at the chart now for the first time. I didn't even look at this stock today. But if you can get a mulligan on your day today, this is a stock you just throw your whole damn trading account to. Your whole fucking trading account. If you knew this is what it was gonna do, you just like, man, fuck it, just throw the whole damn thing in it. And you had it all good until about 1 o'clock. And it kind of came back down. Not bad. Money bags. What's running after hours? This stock right here? Somebody saying it's running after hours. You talking about Info? Info N? Or IFO N? Infon or whatever you want to call it? All right. Let's see what else is hot out here that we can look at. So definitely got to have that on your list. Let me see here. MTBC, man. MTBC. Here's MTBC over the course of 2 days, and it's got support, man. It's got some real support. Who mentioned that this was like their best trade ever? Somebody had mentioned Trading Jedi. I forgot who. Clay Vaughn. There it is. Clay Vaughn. Clay Vaughn mentioned that this was the best trade of his life so far, MTBC. So shout out to Clay Vaughn for winning on MTBC. It's got support, man. So let's see if it can build up on this, man. Flagging to the right here a little bit for today's action. Here's the 5-minute. Looking real good, man. Looking real good. All right. I can just see, like any other stock, be very careful once the stock gets to those really high RSI levels, because it starts to get real scary at those high RSI levels, as you can see here on the 5-minute. But got a lot of good value when it pulls back. We'll see if it can continue to build on. What's up, Ryan? Gets it, man. Just got done talking about you, bro. LLNW. 5 minutes. Nice day today. Nice 2 days in LLNW. All right. Let's see how it's setting up on the daily chart here. If we can get some continuation. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think you're... Oh, wow. Shit. The RSI is kind of hot, though, man. Shout out to Bat Sciences for calling us, before you get to this point. Because right now, when you get to this point, now I'm looking at it tomorrow as a possible short. So I'm actually writing it down right now as something that could pull back here to the 270s. Not saying that it can't keep running, because it very well can. But looking at the chart, I'm looking at some opportunities where it's ran and then pulled back a couple days. Pulled back. Speaking of stocks that continue to keep running, if you guys remember, I was looking to get the breakdown in LXU. This stock keeps going. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. I spend sometimes 2 hours of my day waiting for this thing to break down. It never happens. This motherfucker just keeps going. So sometimes these stocks, man, they do some incredible things and they keep going. They keep going. Even though, RSI was beat up, still not overheated, still at the 60-65 level. But yeah, I mean, up huge. And, technical reasoning states that when a stock is up on a short period, an extensive amount, that there is a pullback that happens. But unfortunately, that hasn't happened just yet. We mentioned BLDP. We had a gentleman call up BLDP. It's going very well. Here's the daily chart right now. It's had a beautiful month of March. Great April. You're up over $1.14 from March. What was that? From March 7th. Yeah, from March 7th. It was almost a month and a half. You're up over $1.15, almost $1.15 in that stock. So, but again, this is dangling on that high RSI level. But again, a stock sometimes when that's just tearing it up, it could hang up there for days, weeks at a time. Obviously, if you've seen the, let me see the Apple. Where you can dangle up there for, days, weeks. If you look at Apple, here's the Apple chart. It's been tearing it up, man. Apple, I mean, yeah, this is just a whole different other planet. That stock is in its own lane. What's going on, James Bond? Yeah, James Bond. Hey, man, what's up with the disappearing acts, bro? What's up with the disappearing acts, man? Hey, Bond, call up, man. Hey, call up, man. Just introduce yourself, bro. There are a lot of people in here who don't know you. We got a lot of new people in here now, man. And catch us up in what's been going on. Cali, 817, what's up, man? Let me see here. What's going on? Yeah, I saw Cali, man. They actually, Sure Trader had a margin restriction on Cali. So I don't know, but I like it. Chinese play. A lot of these Chinese plays are running. We watching it. 201, you on the air. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Doing good. Who am I speaking with?
My name is Al, first-time caller.
All right, appreciate it, man. What you got for us?
How you doing? Now we're talking about hot stock shares today. NTBC was pretty good today.
Yeah.
I'm looking into it. It was pretty good yesterday too. I don't know how you feel about tomorrow.
Yeah, the third days are always unpredictable, man. Third days are always typically red days, but you got a lot of people excited about it. This is a very, very low float stock. So,
yes.
Very low float, man. So I wouldn't, rush in if I'm a shorter. And I think most shorters would look at that float and hesitate as well to even think about pulling a fast one on MTBC because you're going to be, covering too quickly if you don't get it right.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. I just want to say, man, thanks. Like I said, it's my first time getting into this, and I've been doing a lot of research, and I've been lucky to see your YouTube portfolio of me, and I subscribe to you. I'm watching all your videos. I'm trying to get on your live show as much as I can, and I appreciate all the information you give out, man. It's very helpful. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the call. Thank you for the call,
No.
sir. Thank you for the call. Hey, James, you want to call in, man? Call in, James. James, come on, man. You know the phone number. It's right on the screen, man. Come on, man. This dude asked me what's the phone number. What's going on, man? James, it's on the screen. 305-600-2896. Essays. Yeah, I mean, MTBC, yeah. Going back to this guy's questions again, MTBC, again, going on its third day. But again, 4 million shares, he said, float. I wouldn't I wouldn't dare try to short into that, especially on a 27 million share day. And you gonna short this? What's going on? Who am I talking to?
Hello?
Look at this motherfucker.
Hello?
What the fuck do you want, man?
Should I invest in Enron?
You a bitch ass motherfucker to calling in this show and sounding like a damn woman, and you're a man.
No, I'm not. I'm a woman.
I take a look at my enormous penis, and my troubles start a melting away. I take a look at my enormous penis, and the
My name
happy
is
times
Sally.
are coming to stay. I gotta sing and I dance when I glance in my pants.
You need somebody to write your material, man.
A sunshiny day. I take a look at my enormous penis, and everything is going my way.
702, call me back, 702. I saw you call in, 702. Call me back, man. What kind of... Why you... You see, that's... Hey, that's the kind of dude that goes on X videos and watches those, like, you know, big black cock trainer videos. That's the kind of motherfucker that calls into my show. Y'all know what I'm talking about? If you watch porn, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. This man called up my show talking like a fucking woman. I just know you want something up your asshole, man. 702, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, what up, man? What up? This is Bond. What's going on, man?
Hey, Bond. What's good with you, man? Where you been?
School, man. I told you, but last time I spoke, man, I was in school, computer school, man. IT school, you know.
Okay.
So I'm down 4.5 months already.
Okay, getting those certifications, I'm guessing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I got 5 more months to go and I'm done.
Okay.
So,
now, what certifications? What certifications are you getting now, man?
Well, I'm taking right now. I took Network Plus. I got certified Network Plus. I'm taking Security Plus. I finished that one. I'm taking MCSA. Yeah. Then I'm gonna do my MCSE and I'm gonna do my CCNA, my Cisco.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man.
Right now, security is hot though. Right now, that's where the money is.
Yeah, absolutely. So, man, I mean, have you been following some of these OTC players? And for people who don't know who this is right now, when we first started the show, man, this guy was the man when it came to these OTC plays, man. So he's disappeared on us, but I know you got to get that education to provide for your family.
Yeah, guys. I gotta get this paper, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I gotta do what I gotta do. I mean, you always gotta have a backup.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I've been doing that. I mean, I haven't been doing stocks as much as I used to. I'm getting ready to get back into it. You know, today's happened to be one of my off days. Mm-hmm. You know what? Actually, I went to class today, and they told us to go home because they had to get a new instructor. So, because what happened where I'm going, you know, you gotta be certified to be an instructor, and this cat wasn't certified. So they told us to go home. So, you know, that's why I'm here right now. But usually I'm off on Fridays, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need to, you have a show on Fridays?
Oh, absolutely, man. I still got my Friday shows.
I need to call.
Absolutely, man.
I need to call. I'll start calling on Fridays then, man. But like I said, during the week I'm kind of like, I'm done. I mean, I don't have time. I'm in school up until 10:30 p.m. So,
Tomorrow I'm doing an NFL draft show. So we're going to be watching.
Okay.
Obviously, I can't put it on my channel, but we'll be talking about the draft and talking about stocks going in between picks and stuff, and you know, doing such shit like that. So watching the draft with each other. But man, I mean, I know you guys excited about having the Raiders in town and shit.
Well, it's funny, man. I mean, we didn't want to, you know, cause some kind of disruption. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Taking from Cali. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So some people are kind of split about it. You know, they figured we should start our own team. But, you know, but why do that if we already have one already established? You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense.
Oh, yeah. Yes, indeed. All right.
And then on top of that, actually, you know, being that, you know, we're the gambling capital of the world, you know, people were saying, well, it might be a conflict of interest, you know, especially for the sports books. So that was a big problem because right now, I mean, they're going to build 2 stadiums out here. One for UNLV, University of Nevada, and they're building one. They're gonna build a big one downtown. And what happened right now? It's hella traffic right now. It's going to be even worse. So they're doing a lot of construction on the highway out here just to accommodate that. You know, people come from the airport because it's like a bypass from the airport straight to downtown. So it's gonna be popping when it's done, though.
Oh, absolutely, man. There's no doubt in my mind.
Man.
Sports gambling is coming back, man. I mean, you're gonna see all those, companies that went offshore. They're gonna be coming back. In fact, once these get legalized, and I think there's no better time for the opportunity for them to get legalized than right now with Trump in office. But that's a prayer and a hope. So we'll see what happens with that.
Well, on top of that, remember that Nevada legalized marijuana now, so people gonna be having a good time out here, boy. I ain't.
Yes, indeed. Hey, now,
go ahead.
James, are they playing in Vegas this season? Like, are they actually playing?
I don't
over
think
there
so.
now?
I think it's next year. I think
Next
because we
year,
don't have
okay.
a stadium. We don't have a stadium yet. They're building one right now. We don't have one yet.
Okay.
So they got to make sure they get that all the infrastructure together first.
Okay.
Before they come out here, but everybody's kind of happy about it because now you're gonna have kind of big, sporting events, and then gonna bring some revenue and gonna bring more traffic, more people out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, what else can you watch football and then smoke a doobie on on the side on the side? You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, man.
That's what's up.
All right.
Yeah. But as far as stocks, man, it's funny because I would say about 90% of my stocks, man, are popping, man. Especially the IoT, man. Remember I mentioned that months and months ago?
Yeah, the Internet
IoT
of
kind
Things.
of taking off.
IoT.
Oh, man.
What's the ticker for that right now?
You talking about STM?
Is
there's
it
STM.
STM?
There's STM. There's IOST. There's another one. IOST is another one.
Okay.
There's a bunch of them. Matter of fact, just get any stock that's like Cisco, Intel, Microsoft. Those are considered to be IoT stocks too, because they all focus on that next wave of technology. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and,
I do mention you talking IoTS. I mean, going back as far as what is that, like November of last year, man?
Yeah,
so
man.
That would have been a killer trade for anybody who goes long. I know you like to go long in these things. So,
oh yeah, man.
The Internet of Things, IoTS, a company that focuses on those future platforms, doing real well, man. Doing real well.
Yeah, some cat mentioned Mayweather, man. I saw that cat the other night, man. He comes out. I live in his area. I live like about a few blocks up the street from him.
I heard it's actually not. It's not hard to like find him, right? I mean, because guys like that they're always around.
Yeah,
right?
you find him like on the weekends, especially weekends. He goes to like In-N-Out Burgers. He go places like that. Yeah, he's pretty cool. If you meet the guy, he's not bad. He's not a real people. I don't know. At first, I had a bad opinion of him. But once you get to meet the cat, he's just this cat just having fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, his security will fuck you up though, but.
Yeah, although I think he's been gliding through his matches and stuff, picking people to fight with. You can pretty much win.
Yeah.
And to me, I never thought of him as a real good boxer. I mean, I think he's more of a technical boxer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
He's more technical. So,
okay.
But other than that, man, like I said before, man, a lot of those stocks, pharmaceutical stocks, is starting to move a little bit. So I'm going to get back into it, like I said. But right now, I'm on my 5th book, man, computer book. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm burnt.
No, I understand, man. Do what you got to do to provide for yourself, man. And like I said, I'm always gonna be here, man. Give me back a call. I appreciate you stopping in, though.
Definitely, but I'm gonna catch it because like I said, I got a chunk of change I want to drop somewhere. So I'm gonna start looking what you got, what you guys provide, because I know your viewers, man, they're on point. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
your viewers are definitely with what's up. They keep on top of this stuff.
Yes, indeed.
So we got to give a lot of credit to the viewers, So they bring us all latest and greatest,
Absolutely, man.
All right. Well, that's about it. Like so, I'll probably check in tomorrow and see what's going on with the show.
All right, man. We'll be here. We'll be here. Appreciate it, James.
Right.
Thanks for calling, man.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you, man. Shout out to James Bond. Yeah, man. That dude right there. I mean, he follows the pennies more than anybody I know, man. On top of the pennies. On top of the pennies. All right? On top of it. Yeah, STM, IoTS, all those internet plays, they're all doing really good, man. Who is that? What was that? STM. Yeah, all of them doing, real good. Doing real good over a period of time, man. If you're looking for that good swing. I heard some people, trying to compare STM to on Nvidia, man, that's a whole, whole different company, but different line of business. But STM, don't get fooled by this cheap price, man. It's got a $14 billion market cap. This ain't no, ain't no drop in the bucket here. Jiggity Imports, congratulations on going. Yeah, congratulations to Bond for, doing what he got to do to get, provide for his family. Trying to get into IT. He's always been into IT. From what I remember, he buys broken MacBooks and all that and fixes them and sells them on Twitter, on Craigslist and shit like that. And you'd be surprised, man. Guys who can fix these little computers and stuff. Make them look like brand new. Appreciate you for dropping in, man. Yeah, these Chinese stocks, Mike Reynolds, are doing real good. We've been talking about these Chinese plays, man. These Chinese plays are doing real good, man. Cali is one of them you mentioned. CCCR we talked about. CCCR, that's another Chinese play. Off the top of my head, what's another Chinese? Let me see here. Do we have another? There's got to be a couple other ones. Chinese. PME, I think. PME, right? Ping Tang Marine or something like that. Yep, that's a Chinese play as well. Ping Tang Marine. This one more of a buy and hold kind of situation. KGJI is a stock I was in love with way back in the day, but they ended up shitting on us. But look at KGJI trying to make a return. KGJI, if you guys remember, I thought this stock would go to $10. Then sure enough, two and a half weeks later, the SEC kind of hits them. This is where I was in. I was in this. If you guys remember KGJI, for those of you guys who've been watching this long enough, then sure enough, the SEC comes out and says, hey, they've got some, accounting irregularities, and it's just, never made it back. So KGJI coming back, King Gold Jewelry, even though gold on the end is getting killed, but they are the largest. They're like the Zales of China. If you want to buy diamond ring or any type of jewelry in China, you go to King Gold. Going anywhere else is like, basically you don't give a fuck about that girl. All the honeys want King Gold. You know what I'm saying? So if you're getting a Chinese honey, go to King Gold. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself a Chinese honey. I actually saw a brother with a Chinese girl one time. I wanted to ask him how that works, man. I don't know. I mean, obviously just two people in love, but how does he feel around her family and stuff? That's a whole different conversation, I guess. ZX is one. ZX. China Zenix Auto International. Okay. Never heard of this one. China ZX or Zenix Auto. Okay. Yes, indeed. Let me drop one of, oh, that was the wrong one. There it is. Yes, indeed. Absolutely. Oh, no. I'm not buying any jewelry. I'm just saying. I was just talking about the company. Let me see here. Oh, I think Bond. Okay, James Bond. I think you meant IOTS. Yeah. I just talked about KGJI and the fact that they were padding their books. But yeah, you got a couple Chinese stocks that are running right now. Let me see here. Any other ones? Shout out to, again, Bad Scientists for getting us on top of some stocks that could be running and breaking out here too soon. SMI is one. I really love that candlestick today. Semiconductor Manufacturing International. But I don't know, man. It's been very bearish So hopefully this could be the beginning of something. Love to see that. Not the cheapest stock in the world, man, but $5 billion company, low on the RSI. Bats, take a look at SMI, man. Let me know, can we get 50 cent out of this? But may not be worth it at these prices. May not be worth it at these prices. All right. Let me see what else. Well, yeah, that's another Chinese play, by the way, too. That's a Chinese play, SMI on the screen. From China. Let me see what else. ASX, is that Chinese as well? Advanced Semiconductor? I don't believe so. Okay, actually from Taipei, Taiwan. ASX, beautiful looking buy and hold, but looks like it's been struggling intraday. Again, not the cheapest stock in the world. Volume isn't the greatest either. But yeah, you guys know those are the movers. Going back to the OTCs here for a second. PGPM broke out of the triples today. Here's another one, triple that wasn't doing shit and all of a sudden broke out. Here's the first day. We'll see if it can follow through. Pilgrim Petroleum. We've had now several times these little OTCs that come out of nowhere. PGPM today popping up here. We'll see if it can have the kind of success DIRV is probably likely to have tomorrow, or at least an AWGI kind of play. We'll see. I don't know. So either a very clever pump or more disappointment. PDBMM. This one's been safer than usual. Here's another beautiful. This is what you want to see out of most of your 000 plays right here, man. If there's one thing I think a 000 investor is looking for, besides the fact that they can get 100, 200, 300% of their money relatively quickly, is when you can get a move like this. When you can get a move like this that not only breaks out of the triples, but it breaks up. Yeah, you pulled back, but it keeps going. It keeps going. Digital Brand and Media Marketing Corporation now at 0028. Looking real good here at 0028. Nice candlestick for today. This is a daily chart, by the way, folks. This is a daily chart here. Bats, you said SMI is the perfect play. Yeah, Bats. I thought you would like SMI. Not the cheapest in the world, but good. Very stable. You're not gonna wake up and have the stock down 30%. I thought you would like that. Not the cheapest though. Yeah, DBMM. I've seen a couple of people talk about it in the chat room. Good look on that play. Caller, you're in the air. What's up?
Hi, I had a question about a stock.
All right, who am I speaking with?
It's a stock called ZPass. ZAPS. I wanted to know if you think it's going to keep popping.
Get out of here, you damn nigger!
All right. I think he was trolling. I think he was trolling. 480, you're on the air. What's up?
Good evening, sir. How are you doing?
Hey, doing good. Who am I speaking with?
Tyson Bass.
Hey, Tyson. What's up with you, man?
Not much. So I just got a few tickers, and based off my little 2:00 pattern, I got a few good tickers for tomorrow.
Yes, indeed.
ONZO and OREX. I'm kind of long right now. I've been riding the trend on OREX.
All right. And we'll pull up OREX first, and OREX looking real good, man. Looking real good. Now, what got this off on your radar? Obviously, the price action. How long do you think this can continue? Can we get a breakout here? We're getting close.
Well, what caught my eye about Orex was that if you look at the weekly, it's in that 2 o'clock position, which is what I base my strategy off of and what I kind of trade the trend on. So I would basically ride this Orex as long as I can. I don't know. I think it has maybe a few days, even though tomorrow's Friday. It had a really good day. It had a really good week. If you look at the weekly, it's kind of at a really nice angle. So I base a lot of my plays off this chart action, off this pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a really good play for tomorrow to look for. At least you can get a couple of cents out of it, and I think it will stay in this position. Orex, and then I also had CNAT on my list. It's not exactly in that 2 o'clock position, but it's been growing heavily, and I've kind of been trading the channels on it for the last week. So
damn,
I've been trading
man. Shit, where's this stock been? Look at that, man. $5 to $8. Shit.
Yeah, so I was trading it because it was on an uptrend on a channel, and I was basically trading that channel all the way from $6 to $8, and then when it to where it's at now, it kind of broken out of that range when it kept hitting resistance. Kind of broke that resistance range, and it's just been climbing steadily, and it's just been on an upslope. If you look at the monthly, it just has no ceiling to it. So that's a possible for tomorrow that I think is going to put up some decent gains tomorrow, and then it has good value on it. Orex doesn't have a lot of value, but that stock's still going where it wants to go.
Absolutely.
But see, good value on it.
So now, Tyson Bats, for these, excuse me, for these particular stocks, what's the hold time for you're looking for individuals who want to get in now? I mean, CNAT's a little dangerous here at these high RSI levels, but you think they could keep going?
Well, yeah, CNAT is dangerous. I'm not going to say it's dangerous, but it could be some gains there tomorrow. I wouldn't hang around there all day. I would just look for some opportunity for good gains on CNAT. There's volatility there, basically.
Yes, indeed.
But for a play like Orex that I trade on my 2 o'clock pattern, Orex, I had another one too, ONVO.
ONVO. Organovo. All right, that one's nice little trend too. Below 50 on the RSI. Okay, I like that. I like the way that's setting up. Looks like that's something you can definitely get into for a nice little 30, 40 cent maybe.
Yeah, that's another one that's on a trend. If you look at the weekly, I base all my plays off of a 2 o'clock angle on a weekly chart.
Okay.
And sometimes I can get in there really. Like, I can catch a play when it's breaking out the first day, and sometimes that's like a trend that if you can catch these trends on the first, like the second or second or third day, sometimes they go for like 2 weeks to 3 weeks. And I'm not saying that they gain 20 to 50 cents every day, but they're consistently gaining, as you see, Orex put on 35 cents today. So some of these patterns that are at this 2 o'clock angle, they're good for people that trade the trend. And if you don't have a lot of day trades, these are kind of safer plays.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, looking at the charts, these are much safer plays. You wouldn't even have to worry about day trades at all using your strategy by the sound of it. And it's quite safe, way to play as well. Obviously, you're going to have a down day or two, but obviously if the trend maintains itself, you could be finding yourself in, 10, 15, maybe even 20% on in the green.
Yeah. And I'll basically ride that trend until it comes out of that. Like I did CYTR last week, and I caught it really early, and I got up like 30, 40 cents on it. And then when it came out of trend, I just got out of it, and I didn't check back for it later. But so, yeah, I got a really good, like 35 cents on a 90-cent stock. So, I kind of ride the trend. And I had another one, PXLW. It should have a lot of value, and it's kind of at a good could be some action there, some volatility there tomorrow too from that play. it's definitely going to have some traders looking at it, and there should be some good gains there on PXLW. So look for a breakout, a small breakout, and some gains on that one tomorrow.
Yeah, I love this technology play. I'm just looking at the chart. I love it, especially with what's going on with the overall. Nasdaq. We had Nasdaq crack a huge level of 6,000 here yesterday. It's kind of rising all boats, and Pisco works. I think could be a huge beneficiary over the next couple, and it has been over the last several days in the marketplace. So not bad, not bad.
Yes, sir. Then I had one last one. Just I know you covered CCCR, but I just wanted to give my input because I had it on my list as well. But
no problem.
I put it on my. What'd you say?
No. Go ahead.
Yeah, I had CCCR on my list, and just for like the pattern that it's in, because sometimes I play patterns too, like I play channels and I play trends. But so CCCR, I've made a lot of money off of, like the last week or whenever those Chinese stocks went really crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So that stock did well, and it didn't burn me. And it's a kind of a good stock if you can trade it well. But just based off the pattern on CCCR, it likes to spark. It spikes. I don't know if you can pull up the weekly.
Yeah, let me change it to a weekly.
I base all my plays kind of like off a weekly because a weekly is kind of like more of a set structure of like a pattern of you can tell what market that a stock's in and what it's kind of liking to do. So basically, off CCR on the weekly, it likes to spike up for the last 3 days. I think it's spiking in the morning, late day or early morning, and then it sell off. So I think it sold off already. So because today and yesterday it spiked up and it sold off, and then it spiked up at the opening. So that's my input on CCCR. If you're going to play CCR, don't hang around there long. Look for a spike early morning based off the chart action. So look for a spike early morning on CCCR and kind of get your money there and don't hold and hope and don't hang on to CCR all day. Because if you look at the chart, it pops and then it just sells off the rest of the day.
Yeah, here's the 5-minute chart in CCCR, and yeah, this is one. Definitely want to hang on to this. I mean, get it in the morning, get a couple % out of it, and then get the hell up out of there.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Now, Tyson Batts, just to go over your strategy over a little bit. You saying you're looking at the weekly. Can you just do? I don't want to keep you too long, but just go over how exactly you look up for these really stable multiple day swing plays.
I don't know. A lot of people ask me that, but I don't know. I have a very large list myself of just whatever stocks I have. It's about 200. So I will look through those first, and then I type in my criteria inside of FinViz. So I'll look for channel ups, and then I'll look for things that are riding resistance. But mainly, I will just look through my own charts and just look at stocks, and then I'm looking for that pattern within the first day or two. And if I can get that 2 o'clock angle, now I heard someone mentioning to me, and they said, "Hey, Tyson, your play's up," and I'm like, "Well, that's kind of all right, but the way that it has to be at that 2 o'clock angle. If you look at a clock and wherever 2 is on that clock, it has to be at that angle, because if you're at like a 1 o'clock or at kind of like at 12, that's like a stock that's going to skyrocket. It's going to fall flat on its face, but you get more of a productive stock, and you get more of a trend that you can follow, and it's just safer trading for me. Like I showed someone not too long ago, Empty. Like I said, it kind of, some of these stocks, they will ride for a month. The trend will trade up and up and up. They will close higher than where they opened every day consistently, and that's what we're seeing on charts like ONVO and OREX. So I trade those trends because it's safer for me, because I only have 3-day trades a week until I get over whatever 1,000 it is that we need to get out of PDT. Yeah. So this is just strategy that I use for myself, so that I can get maximum gains. Like tomorrow, I have a day trade, so I'll trade volatility. I'll look for some of my breakout plays like CCR and CBLI and whatever's on the radar that's going to pop and give nice gain. And I'll sell those off, and then I'll probably jump back into whatever trend play that's safe and that's riding at the moment. So currently I'm in OX right now.
Excellent.
And I've been in OX since Tuesday, late Tuesday.
Yeah, and it's been doing very, very well since then. I mean, it's been doing very, very well since then. So, awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
And I've been hopping back and forth from whatever trends riding. Like CYTR rode really good for a while. Staff. Some of these stocks are kind of riding good for a nice uptrend, and then when they come out of that, when they stop respecting that moving average, because normally that's what's keeping these stocks at that angle, is they're just respecting the moving average, which is normally the 20 day, which is close time frame. That gives you a better outlook on what that stock is doing in that time, in that short time frame. It gives you something that you can base and kind of rely off of. So, yeah.
Excellent, man. Excellent. Thank you so much for the call, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Al. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Tyson Batts. Appreciate it. Tyson Batts giving us a good look at his strategy, being able to find multiple day winners. Not bad. The weekly chart is not one that I've looked at, but I mean, if you're, the weekly chart, he's basically using what Batts does. Batts doing it on the daily. Tyson Batts is doing it on the weekly. He's doing it on a weekly. Not bad. Not bad. Very good picks also from Tyson Batts. And Tyson, if you can put those in the chat rooms, man, I appreciate it. Hey, Dave, I saw Dave Thomas in the chat room. Dave was telling me about this thing that Robinhood is doing where they're giving you stock if you offer other people the opportunity to get into the stock market. And Dave, if you want to call up and just kind of talk about that, man, and how you've been able to get, I think, like 5 or 6 shares of free stock because you've introduced Robinhood to people you know. Yeah, that you can gift shares of stock to somebody. So it's not just, hey, sign up and I'll get something and you don't get nothing. But, hey, you'll get a free share of stock. I'll get a free share of stock for using Robinhood. That is a great way, man. That's a great way to, to get people thinking about, creating some economic opportunity for themselves in the stock market, And again, not everybody has to be a trader per se, but they can start putting, $5, $6, whatever it is here and there off to the side by having somebody close to them, that they respect, introduce them to, to the markets. So if you've got Robinhood and you've got a friend that, doesn't trade, but you think it will work for them, or you care about that person, and because we know that 70% of Americans don't have at least $1,000 in their bank accounts. 70% of Americans don't have even $1,000, man. You got people out here in the chat room right now complaining about the fact that their trading account is too small because they only got $2,500 or $2,000. You got the average American, man, don't even have that kind of money. You're blessed. Every single one of you. 321, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, Sal, what's going on? It's Cool Cat.
Hey, what's going on, Cool Cats?
Man, I wanted to check out and ask you about, since you and some of the other cats that's been doing it for way longer than me. What did you pull out of the How to Make Millions by Tim Sykes? What was the big nugget that you pulled out of that?
Man, it's been a minute since I watched How to Make Millions, but I don't know. I think out of all his DVDs, that one too, he goes through the charts a little bit faster than I would have liked. That's one thing I remember. But I think Tim Sykes' ability to, respect his framework, meaning, I don't know, you probably haven't watched his penny stock frameworking DVD, but he pretty much hashes it over in How to Make Millions, where it's an ABCD pattern, but he doesn't necessarily say it that way. Let me see. I don't know if I probably don't know A, B, so I could probably mark it on this one, but yeah, I mean, pretty much his framework, his setup is what I got out of How to Make Millions. But other than that, man, he does spend, almost like 3 hours just talking about himself for a little bit. But
yeah, each one's been about 3 hours apiece. The only reason I ask is someone getting information who's done it for a long period, as opposed to somebody who's new. They might miss the jewels or the gems, but somebody who knows a little more, I was like, well, damn, I'm probably missing all kinds of shit. So I figured I'd call up and ask you, and maybe somebody else in the room can, hey, you should watch DVD and look for this right here because he dropped this right here, and if you don't understand it,
I like his old stuff. Did you get those links from me where I send you the links?
I got them. I got them when I was talking to you last year when I was in Korea when the show was just starting out.
Yes,
I got
indeed.
them, and I got the food. What's the name? Food.
Yeah, Foods.
I got a couple links from you. I haven't actually chopped that tree down yet because it was so huge. And now that I'm back in the States, I'm able to sit down and do some studying, because all these cats that's great in the show and on the show that I'm seeing calling up and dropping the knowledge. One thing I noticed is all these cats put in that work. All these cats put in that time. So I'm doing that, playing with people money and all that. So I was just asking for, words of wisdom.
Yeah, man, I would go back and watch every single one of his old ones. Have you watched every single one in that link? Because I know they're like 8 DVDs.
Oh man, no! I watched Penny Stocking Part 2. I watched there was one he had a rap video. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, that was some bullshit.
And, even though the information is old, I'm still trying to pick it up, adapt it into what I'm learning, develop my own Wu-Tang, and take over the That's all. But I appreciate you, man. You handling business.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you, man.
No doubt.
All right. So, yeah, shout out to Cool Cats, man. Yeah, he was watching me, as he said, when he was in Korea, man. When he was in Korea. I remember him telling me that, too. But, again, I like Tim's old stuff. I like his old stuff. Because the new stuff, man, and again, the new stuff, as I just said, man, like the first 2-3 hours is just sign up to my membership, sign up to this, sign up to that. But, I'm a millionaire now, and you can live my life. And, like, come on, man. Like, I got to go through hundreds of hours to get there. Like, just give me the information, man. I just spent $700 on this DVD. I got time. You spend, what I mean? Half the DVD bragging. I feel sorry for people who are actually paying for it, man. Trading Jedi, clay trader for life. Great clay trader for life. Hey, Dave, call me back, Dave. Call me back, Dave, because I want to get people on that, man. LK Ron, you said it's a lot of hours. Yeah, man. That Tim Sykes collection is like 40 hours, man. It's a lot of information. You don't want to digest it in just one sitting, man, because, unless you're that kind of person who just needs to go all the way through it. But an hour a day, if you got one of those media players where you can kind of save your tag your position where you were in a movie or something. Bookmark, there you go. Bookmark where you were. Most media players can do that and just kind of work your way through the program. Okay, Ron, you said the hours you have to put in. Yeah, absolutely. On your own time, absolutely. And I really love is when you read something or watch something and you can immediately take away something, whether it's, how to use an indicator or how to use a moving average or I love that. I love that. When you can immediately take something from what it is you're watching. But yeah, Dave Thomas, call up, man. I'll pick you up. BLDV, Blue Diamond Ventures. All right, there you go. 252. Is this Dave?
Yeah, what's up, Sal?
Hey, what's going on with you, man?
Going pretty good. How's everything going?
Good, man. The show's rocking. Man. And
yeah,
I appreciate you, bro, because you're one of my original, listeners on the show, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Oh yeah, you from the beginning, like you motivated me, you know, because you look just like me. So, you know, like I remember like when you first started the videos and everything, it motivated me that, you know, if I keep going, I can, you know, maybe one day be a full-time trader. And, you know, it's still an ongoing process, but, you know, I'm never going to give up. Just keep progressing and going best I can, you know.
Yes,
So
indeed.
I reach. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Now, Dave, we were talking on Twitter today, man, and like I was telling people, you recently got awarded like what 5 or 6 different stocks from different companies because you introduced people to Robinhood, right?
Yeah. It was like I saw it like it was on Twitter because there's so much information on Twitter, and I saw like where somebody posted where like you get like where you if you sign up you get a free stock. So whoever I had signed up from, he got free stock. So I started introducing it to like friends and family, and a lot of friends and family they now want to invest into the market. And, a lot of people they kind of unsure about the market, but a lot of people who know me know that I'm really I trade and stuff like that. So they they really take to heed what I say and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like even today. Like, I usually stop by my parents' house. I even got my parents to sign up, got my mom and my dad to open an account. So it's a win-win for each party because, like, I get a stock and you get a stock. And, and the thing about it is, like, it help a person, whether they trade or not, to, like, try to start from a low level to maybe try to go to a high level, so.
Absolutely. And the share of stock they give you, is it immediate or it takes some time for you to get it?
No, it's like once the person is approved on the account, you'll get an email saying that you received the stock, and like I guess it all depends on which stock they give you because like I know the first person I got to sign up, they gave me like small cap stock. Mm-hmm. Then like the third person, they gave me actually a blue chip stock, which was Microsoft that pays dividends. So that was a plus right there. So. And I think recently today I got like 4 more people signed up. So who knows? Because they can give you Apple, Amazon. So I don't know what they determine off of giving you a stock, but like it's a win-win. I'm trying to get my whole family, cousins, everybody.
Yeah, and Amazon, that's a couple $100 right there. I mean, so they're giving you that absolutely free, a $900 stock for free.
Yeah, it's like, because when they gave me that Microsoft stock, because, like, the person who signed up, they gave them, like, I think it was a Sirius Radio stock. And then, I guess because I didn't sign up, like, 3 people, they kind of rewarded me with a bigger stock. So I was happy with that. I was like, that's what's up right there. So, and, like, and then if a person, like, I know if you go on YouTube, it's a lot of people who got videos on, like, the Robinhood app. Mm-hmm. Or like if you invest into like good yield dividend stocks, so you can kind of build your portfolio up somewhat, and so it's and again, what I tell the people, it's a commission-free broker.
Yeah.
Because I know like I trade on E-Trade, and like their commission fees came down a little bit, but I mean, you can't go wrong with a commission-free broker. I mean, it has its ins and outs, but it's a good way to start for beginners.
Yeah.
Then they can, so.
And
like I said, it's a good.
No, it's a great opportunity, man. And like, I hate multi-level marketing, but this is something that I can get behind. I absolutely hate those guys who want to, hey, this is a business opportunity, man, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
This right here, though, I'm with it, man, because this is win-win, and we talking about real money here. And I got the little thing that on your invite you had sent me on Twitter showing these are the people you added, and then you got 1 share of Siri, 1 share of ODP, 1 share of Microsoft, CHK, OPK. Yeah, and this is absolutely free of charge, and you can turn that into cash, right?
Yeah, and that's what I show people. Like I send it to like friends and family. I'm like, as soon as you sign up, like that, I kind of tell them like, don't sell the stock right away. Kind of build your portfolio. You never know what the stock could do, and then you just never know what the stock might do. But But the thing about it, I also tell them, if you got friends and families, you can send that off to them, and they get free share. They get a share, and you get a share. So it's just like, trying to help build wealth, and help people. Just a lot of people are not into investing, so it brings up a conversation, and it get people more thinking about their future and stuff like that. So.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I can tell you just from the way I've been living my life the last couple of years, just when you get into that, the upgrade in the conversation that you have with friends and family when they know you are an investor. It just upgrades the level of conversation from then on. I mean, they just can't bring to you any kind of bullshit from then on,
Yeah. And then if your friends and family know you're like a trader or whatever, and they know like you have made profit in the stock market. So when you tell them something, they're like, okay, I'm gonna sign up, because they know because you show them proof of profit and stuff like that, so they know you legit. So they know you're not just trying to scam them or whatever. But like I said, it's a win-win. Like I said, and then people that I have got to that have downloaded it who don't know one lick about trading, they text me and be like, it's getting them curious about watching the news and trying to learn about investments and stuff like that. So like I said, it's a good thing, Like I said, more people need to think about the future and not think about right now, because we all gonna get old one day, and so it's better to start now, and the younger you start, the better you'll be off.
Oh, absolutely, man, absolutely. So, oh man, thank you, Dave Thomas. I really appreciate the call, bro.
Oh yeah, no problem, and keep up the good work, Sal.
We'll do, man. That's Dave Thomas. Appreciate the call, sir. Appreciate the call. Let me drop one of DJ Clues' bombs for him, man. Yeah, I mean, look, you can be rewarded with money. Being rewarded with money by, giving somebody, a different, mindset, man. Just say, hey, man, look, look, I've been on this Robinhood app these last couple of days or couple months. I've been making money, learning how to trade stocks. I think this would be something you should look into. Send them the invite, download it, man. Maybe when you get to it, sign up when you get to it, let me know. They sign up, they get approved. Next thing you know, you got a share of stock, man. You get a share of stock. I wish they would give me Priceline. Look at that. Priceline is at $1,800. Yeah, man. That's when that's anything, man. When people start finding out, you trading and stuff like that, man. They're gonna start having their hands out. They're gonna start having their hands out. Robinhood fills you at a tiny markup per share. You just download the Robinhood app. It's in the App Store or the Play Store, whichever OS you have. Yeah. And you can post a link on Twitter. You can post that link on Twitter, so you can invite complete strangers if you wanted to. Hell, I could put out, a link every night on the show if I wanted to. Hey, if you're watching me on the phone right now, click here and, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think you can do limit orders with Robinhood, right? Yeah, you can do limit orders. No options in Robinhood, though. No options. Oh man, if they could do options in Robinhood, oh my God. That'd be a game changer right there. For free? Oh. APHD, Epiphany Technologies. This was one that was brought up by Bat Scientist 0018. All right. Let me get you East Coasters out of here. West Coast, I know your night has just begun. Let me put out the link to my Discord room. 24/7 chat room on the Discord room. For those of you guys who don't have the Timothy Sykes videos collection as well as the Investors Live, textbook trading and tandem trader, you can email me happypennystocks@gmail.com. That's happypennystocks@gmail.com. I will send them to you free of charge for you to download and learn how to trade stocks. What else? Go to join us in the Discord room. I'm sure those guys will be doing something. I'll send you the invite right here in the chat room. There is the invite. There is the invite. I'm sure those guys will continue on the conversation there. Great show, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back tomorrow for my NFL draft night show. I can't show the draft here on my channel because they'll ban your ass for like 3 months from streaming. But we're going to talk about the guys who are getting picked. I don't know. The first night always seems to be full of busts. If you looked at the last couple years, a lot of busts in the first night. But it seems like, the second and third nights, the second and then third day, because I think the draft is 3 days. Those are where you get the real stars of the future. So we'll be talking about that, and of course stocks. I also want to make an announcement of some things regarding an incident we had where we had some women in the chat room who felt that there were some comments that were made that were inappropriate. We got to make sure that we keep this is a quote unquote safe space for everyone. All right. And that when a woman calls up and has a question that, she's treated with respect, just like, any other man who would call up, you know what I'm saying? All right. So we'll talk about that tomorrow a little bit as well. So, and of course, whatever's going on in you guys' life, whatever you guys are dealing with day to day, and you're out here trying to make money and managing your family and finances, whatever it is, man. You guys know Friday night, open mic night. But again, we got football. We got a lot of good things going on. All right. Appreciate you, Dave Thomas, for coming on the show. Appreciate James Bond for calling up and checking up on us. Been a minute since he's been on the show, so I was happy to hear from James Bond. Everything's going well. Ziggs, appreciate it, man. Cool Cats, thank you for calling. I'll get you that penny stocking framework DVD. It's gonna take some time because I gotta create a torrent on that one. I don't think that's on the internet. I'm gonna have to create a torrent for that one, like I did with the Foos. Speaking of Foos, we were still in that conversation. All right. Appreciate everybody for watching. Trading Jedi, thank you, man. Appreciate the call as well. Muddy Wolf, Corey Patterson, Dex Cannon, Mataron. I keep fucking up your name, Mataron. Q-Tech, man. Yeah, gotta have thick skin in a male-dominated, You work in IT, so you know. Tyson Batts, appreciate the call, sir. Stan Gailey, thank you. Killer Trades. Trader Marv. Lee B. Christopher Jewell. Mag3690. Travi. Again, let me make sure here. Again, that's the link to the Discord room. Victor Posas, appreciate it. DJ Rob, thank you, sir. Adam Board, thank you, sir. Moneybags, Londell Carter, LK Ross. Shout out to all the people who watch the show. Max Volume, MCOA. MCOA, ooh, I don't know about MCOA, but Tops. Yeah, Tops, nah, man, Tops. I think Tops is going bankrupt. I have a feeling they're probably going to announce that soon. Yeah, I think that they're going bankrupt. They should be reverse splitting, but the fact that they're not reverse splitting lets me know it's probably a deeper issue than just a shitty stock. Yes, indeed. Big Boom the Kraken. Coralie, thank you. Beautiful Coralie. I didn't even see you were in here, Coralie. Gold Mine 2. Appreciate it, man. Adebayo Alandipo. Appreciate it. Danger Dave. Thank you, man. All right. Yes, everybody hit that like button, man. Y'all ain't donate no money, so at least donate a like. Shit. Yeah, man. Y'all ain't donate no money. Donate a brother a like. Shit. Hook a brother up with a like. Let me see here. ORG. Yeah. If I had blonde hair and big titties, you know, y'all would be donating like a motherfucker, man. But since I'm black as hell and got a dick, y'all ain't donating shit. Greg G said you donated and bought used equipment. Oh, man. Global Truth 2015. Thank you, man. Troy Tolbert. Appreciate it. Kev Mo. Appreciate it, man. All right, guys. Go to the Discord room. Donate me a like, man. Take care, everyone. Kenny Nichols. Appreciate it. See you guys back here tomorrow. Take care.